Imagine you're late for a flight. You've grabbed your suitcase, your passport, your sanity, all the essentials. You reach the airport, chest heaving, and you go to open your bag to grab your boarding pass. And then it happens. The zipper's stuck, you pull, you yank. You give it that desperate, slightly aggressive tug that you're definitely not proud of. Nothing. The teeth stare back at you, mockingly interlocked, refusing to budge. We've all been there. That moment of pure, unadulterated frustration when a simple mechanism, something you've used 1,000 times without a second thought, suddenly decides to betray you. But here's the thing. That little strip of interlocking teeth on your jacket, your bag, your jeans, it's a masterpiece of engineering. It's the result of over a century of innovation, obsession, and honestly, a little bit of madness. It saved you time, effort, and dignity more times than you probably ever realized. So today, on What Is, we're going there. We're pulling back the curtain on one of the most ubiquitous, essential, and utterly taken for granted inventions in human history. This is the story of the zipper. Definition. Let's start with the basics. What exactly is a zipper? A zipper is a fastening device consisting of 2 rows of interlocking metal or plastic teeth, joined together or separated by the movement of a slider. That's the textbook definition. But that description? It's about as exciting as reading the nutritional information on a rice cake. Think of it this way. A zipper is the silent hero that holds your life together, literally. It's the reason your jacket keeps you warm, your backpack keeps your stuff in, and your pants stay, well, up. It's the mechanical backbone of modern clothing and accessories, working tirelessly, usually without a single word of thanks. The beauty of the zipper lies in its elegant simplicity. 2 chains of teeth, 1 slider, 1 pull tab. That's it. No buttons to fumble with in the dark. No snaps that attack your fingers at inopportune moments. Just a smooth, satisfying glide that either opens your world or seals it shut. But, and here's where it gets interesting, the zipper is far more than just a convenience. It's a revolution. It's a tiny piece of engineering brilliance that changed how humans dress, travel, and live. And to understand how we got here, we need to travel back in time. Origin. The story of the zipper begins in the late 19th century, specifically 1893, with an inventor named Whitcomb Judson. Judson was an American mechanical engineer with a problem and a mission. He had a friend who couldn't tie his shoes. Now, before you start thinking this is the setup for a bad joke, hear me out. This friend suffered from a debilitating back condition, making bending over to tie shoelaces agonizingly painful. Judson saw this struggle daily, and something clicked. What if, thought Judson, there was a way to fasten shoes without the acrobatics of bending and tying? What if you could just clip them on? And so, the clasp lock shoe was born. Judson's invention, which he called the security, was essentially an early ancestor of the modern zipper, a system of interlocking clasps that could be opened and closed with a single sliding motion. There was just one small problem. It didn't really work all that well. The original design was clunky, unreliable, and frankly, a bit of a nightmare. The clasp would jam, pop open unexpectedly, and generally cause more problems than they solved. It was ahead of its time in concept, but the execution needed work. And that's where our next character enters the story. Gideon Sundback. Yes, that's really his name. And no, I couldn't make it up if I tried. Was a Swedish-American electrical engineer working for the Universal Fastener Company, which had acquired Judson's patent. Sundback looked at Judson's clunky creation and thought, I can fix this. And fix it he did. In 1913, Sundback developed the separable fastener, a dramatically improved version of Judson's original design. He increased the number of interlocking elements, improved the slider mechanism, and essentially created the blueprint for the modern zipper. But, and here's where history gets its plot twist, nobody wanted it. History and development. For years, the zipper languished in obscurity, primarily used in the tobacco industry for sealing pouches. Yes, you heard that right. Cigarette pouches. That's where this revolutionary fastener found its first real home. So what changed? What turned this obscure industrial component into a household name? Something pretty big: World War I. During the war, the military needed something better than buttons. Buttons were slow. Buttons could pop off. Buttons were a liability when you needed to get dressed or undressed quickly in the field. The zipper, with its speed and reliability, fit the bill perfectly. It was adopted for military uniforms, specifically in the United States Navy, where it gained the nickname the Zip from the distinctive sound it made when opened or closed. And just like that, the zipper went from obscure tobacco pouch accessory to military essential. But the real breakthrough came in the 1920s, a woman named Elsie, and one very famous dress. In 1930, the fashion designer Elsa Schiaparelli introduced the zipper to the world of high fashion. She created a revolutionary evening dress that used a zipper as a design element, exposing it deliberately, making it part of the aesthetic. It was scandalous, it was daring, it was exactly what the fashion world needed. And just like that, the zipper became fashionable. By the 1930s and 1940s, zippers were everywhere: jeans, jackets, bags. The B.F. Goodrich Company even introduced zipper-equipped boots, cementing the zipper's place in American culture. But here's the fascinating thing. For decades, the zipper was considered distinctly masculine. It was practical. It was utilitarian. It was not something for proper women who were supposed to use buttons and snaps. That perception changed slowly, driven by a combination of practicality, wartime necessity, and the bold moves of designers like Schiaparelli. By the 1960s and 1970s, the zipper was unisex, firmly established as an essential component of modern clothing for everyone, and the engineering continued to evolve. How it works. Let's get technical for a moment, because the mechanics of a zipper are genuinely fascinating. Here's the basic anatomy. You have two tapes, flexible fabric strips, with the teeth attached along the edges. These tapes are the chains. When the slider joins them together, the teeth interlock, creating a secure closure. The slider is the heart of the operation. It's a small metal or plastic housing with a Y-shaped channel inside. When you pull the slider, the tapered entry forces the teeth together, while the exit separates them when you want to open. The pull tab, what you hold onto, is attached to the slider and serves as your interface with the mechanism. But here's where it gets really interesting: the teeth themselves. Modern zippers typically use one of two tooth designs: interlocking or coil. Interlocking teeth are the classic teeth you probably picture when you think of a zipper: individual metal or plastic pieces that physically hook into each other. They're durable, precise, and create that satisfying zip sound. Coil zippers, on the other hand, use a continuous coiled wire, typically polyester, stitched into the tape. The slider works by separating or joining the coils. These are often found in heavy-duty applications like tents or marine equipment, because they're more flexible and can handle greater stress. And then there's the YKK. Yes, there's a brand name worth knowing. Yoshida Kogyo Kabushiki Gaisha. That's the full name. It's a Japanese company that produces about half of all the zippers in the world. Their name has become synonymous with quality zipper, and when you see that little YKK on your zipper pull, you know you're dealing with the gold standard. Fun fact, YKK actually makes their own zipper making machines. They control the entire production process. It's one of those fascinating bits of manufacturing trivia that makes you realize how much goes into the things we use every single day without thinking. Now here's where we get to the really cool part: the different types. Before we dive into the varieties, let's take a quick pit stop. If you're finding this story engaging, and I hope you are, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to know more about the hidden engineering behind everyday objects, well, you've come to the right place. Alright, let's continue. Different types. Not all zippers are created equal. Depending on the application, you need different types of fasteners. Let's break down the main categories. Closed-end zippers are the most common. The classic example, your jeans. The zipper opens from the top but stops before reaching the bottom, leaving the bottom of the seam permanently closed. This provides structural integrity and is perfect for applications where you need the opening to be secure at both ends. Open-end zippers, also known as separating zippers, are exactly what they sound like. They open completely, allowing the two sides to fully separate. Your jacket? That's an open-end zipper. They're perfect for outerwear, sleeping bags, and any application where you need full access. Invisible zippers are a marvel of concealment. The teeth are hidden behind the tape, making the zipper itself invisible when closed. These are the zippers you find in formal dresses, skirts, and anywhere where aesthetics matter. They're more delicate and require special sewing techniques, but the visual result is worth it. Metal zippers use individual metal teeth, typically brass, nickel, or aluminum. They're the classic choice, durable, and reliable. You'll find them in jeans, workwear, and heavy-duty applications. Plastic zippers use molded plastic teeth. They're lighter, often more colorful, and commonly found in outdoor gear, luggage, and children's clothing. They're also more resistant to corrosion, a significant advantage in certain environments. Molded tooth zippers are a hybrid, a plastic coil that's molded into individual tooth shapes. They're incredibly smooth and have become increasingly popular in high-performance applications. Water-resistant zippers take things to another level. These are coated with a waterproof material, typically polyurethane, and have a laminated tape. They're essential for outerwear, marine applications, and any environment where moisture is a concern. Antique zippers are the vintage aesthetic option. They have a deliberately aged, worn look, the patina of history right on your jacket. They're a popular choice in fashion, where distressed is often a compliment. And then there's the world of specialized zippers. Decorative zippers, fire-rated zippers, conductive zippers for electronics, and even zippers designed for spacesuits. Yes, there's a zipper on the suit that astronauts wear. And yes, it has to work in the vacuum of space, with extreme temperature fluctuations, and under intense pressure. That's the thing about the zipper. It's everywhere. It's in places you'd never think to look. Uses, the obvious uses are everywhere. Your jeans, your jackets, your bags, your purses, your backpacks, your sleeping bags, your tents. But let's dig deeper. Fashion and apparel is the obvious home, but even there, the zipper has revolutionized how we think about clothing. It enabled the development of practical outerwear that could be quickly donned and removed. It transformed the simple jacket into something functional and fashionable. It made jeans what they are today, a universal staple. Outdoor and adventure gear would be lost without the zipper. Tents, sleeping bags, backpacks, Gore-Tex jackets all rely on zippers for their functionality. The waterproof zipper changed what was possible in extreme environments. Automotive interiors are full of zippers: seat covers, door panels, console storage, sun visors. Next time you're in a car, take a moment to appreciate how many zippers you can find. It's more than you'd think. Marine applications demand zippers that can handle salt, water, and constant motion. From sailing gear to boat covers to dive equipment, the zipper is essential. Medical devices use specialized zippers in everything from compression garments to surgical gowns to orthotic supports. They're designed for sterilization, ease of use, and reliability. Aerospace and military applications push zipper technology to its limits. Spacesuits, flight suits, tactical gear, body armor, all require zippers that can perform under the most extreme conditions. Industrial and commercial uses include everything from banners and signage to heavy equipment covers to architectural features. Furniture and home goods often incorporate zippers. Throw pillow covers, mattress encasements, cushion covers, storage solutions. The arts have even embraced the zipper as a medium. There are artists who create sculptures and installations using zippers, exploring themes of connection, closure, and opening. The zipper is everywhere. It's so ubiquitous that we've stopped seeing it, until it breaks, and suddenly we're reminded of its importance. Future. So what does the future hold for the humble zipper? Let's start with materials. Biodegradable zippers are already emerging, driven by the fashion industry's push towards sustainability. Zippers made from plant-based materials, recycled plastics, and biodegradable metals are hitting the market. The goal: a fastener that doesn't outlive the garment it attaches to. Smart zippers are another frontier. Imagine a zipper that can track your temperature, monitor your heart rate, or charge your phone. The integration of flexible electronics with textile zippers is an active area of research, and we're likely to see functional zippers emerge in the next decade. Magnetic zippers are being developed for applications where traditional mechanisms aren't ideal. Using magnetic attraction instead of interlocking teeth, these zippers offer unique advantages in certain environments, particularly where self-healing or extreme durability is required. Self-healing zippers sound like science fiction, but they're closer than you might think. Researchers are developing polymer zippers that can repair minor damage automatically, extending the life of the fastener and the garment. 3D printed zippers represent another frontier. The ability to produce custom zippers on demand, tailored to specific applications. This could revolutionize small batch manufacturing and customization. And then there's the bigger picture. The zipper as part of the larger conversation about sustainable fashion. Fast fashion has made zippers disposable. We buy, we wear, we discard. But as the industry shifts towards circular models, the zipper becomes important in new ways. A zipper that's easy to remove and recycle could be the key to creating truly circular garments. The future of the zipper is smart, sustainable, and more integrated than ever before. But here's what I find most fascinating. The fundamental design, 2 rows of interlocking teeth joined by a slider, has remained essentially unchanged since Sundback's improvements in 1913. That's over a century of proven design. In a world of constant change, there's something beautiful about that kind of stability. And there you have it, the story of the zipper. From Whitcomb Judson's desperate friend to the moon and back, from cigarette pouches to spacesuits, from scandalous fashion statement to universal essential. The next time you zip up your jacket, pull closed your bag, or do up your jeans, take a moment to appreciate the engineering marvel sliding between your fingers. It's a small piece of history. It's a century of innovation. It's the zipper. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of fasteners, you'll love our other deep dives. We have stories about everyday objects, science, history, and more. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow. And leave a comment below. What other day object should we cover next? And now, for that bonus fact I promised you. Bonus fact. Here's something to take with you. The longest zipper in the world is over 3,000 meters long. That's nearly 2 miles. And it's in a single continuous piece. It was created in Japan in 2004 and took months of meticulous manufacturing to produce. Why would anyone need such a thing? Honestly, it's mostly a demonstration of capability, a testament to human engineering ambition. But it's also a reminder that somewhere out there, there's a zipper so long it could circle a small block. And that, my friends, is the power of asking what is. Thanks for watching. See you next time.